Sheviit Perek Dalid Mishnah Vav. 6th Mishnah in the 4th chapter of Sheviit. We're going to continue discussing. The Mishnah continues to discuss actions that a person is allowed to do to his field in order to benefit from the field, but he has to do it in such a way that it doesn't improve the field and improve the trees or what have you. So last Mishnah we talked about cutting down olive trees and sycamore trees. Now we're going to talk about reeds and grapevines. Says the Mishnah, Hamizanev bagfanim. Mizanev is from the word zanav, from the tail. Okay, so it's interesting. The Bartanura says mizanev is mekatea znavot hagfanim. You're cutting off the tail ends of the grapevine. They dry out on the ends. So you want the tail ends of the grapevine. You're not allowed to prune, but you want to use this in order to feed your animals. The Rabbi Safrai, he says that according to Rabbi Yosef Ashkenazi, okay, you want to do it to feed your animals, and you want to cut off the ends of the vines in such a way that you can use the feed, but you don't want to improve it. The Bartanura says something fascinating. Usually you do it in order that the geza, the root, becomes thicker. And it gets larger and it gets stronger. Similarly, you cut them down in order that they grow normally that they grow longer. It has to be, the Bartanura cannot be talking about what you're permitted to do. It has to be, we're talking about the reason a person would normally do this. So therefore, Rabbi Yossi Aglili says, Yarchik tefach. You have to make a distance of a tefach. You can't cut it down to the bottom so it would grow stronger. Rather, again, the Bartanura, Yarchik tefach, you distance yourself a tefach mina karka, from the ground. And it doesn't look like work. It doesn't look like you're doing it in order to benefit the actual plant itself. The Bartanura I don't really understand, because the Bartanura seems to imply that you're allowed to do avodah as long as it doesn't look like you're doing avodah. But it's very difficult to suggest that he would imagine that you could do work on a vine in such a way that would improve the vine in such a blatant manner. I mean, it does become pruning. So it has to be talking about, it's very strange, because it has to be talking about where you're doing it for the benefit of the gevani, for the benefit of yourself. You want the shoots, and you want the reeds for animal feed or for what have you. Some say they would use the kanim, they use the reeds in order to make baskets and what have you. But it's just very difficult to think that you're allowed to do it the way the Bartanura says, in order for the geza to become stronger. If you have an answer, if you have an explanation, please email me, because I don't really understand it the way the Bartanura seems to explain it. Okay? And if you see, even the Tosa Yontov says, okay, Pirush Rambam, the Rambam says, Kishaloni tkaven lezamer. You don't have any intention of pruning. Because if you had an intention of pruning, then it would clearly be a problem. Rabbi Akiva Omer, and then that's why the Rabbi Akiva says, Kotzeitz kedarko, you can cut it the way you want. Kardom, with an axe, with a b'magal, with a scythe. Megeira is an axe, a saw. U'b'chol mashir is any way you want. Because he says, obviously, the point Rabbi Akiva is saying is that you're using it in order to benefit from the reeds, from the shoots themselves, and you're not using it in order to make it benefit. New case. Ilan shenifshach. Nifshach means it's split. Okay, it nisdak. You see the Bartanura says it comes split. Okay, so the tree sometimes, I don't know, the weight of the tree could cause it to split. Then koshrino to b'shvi, you could tie it together on Sheviit. Lo sheya'aleh ele shelo yosif. You're not doing it in order to improve it. Rather, shelo yosif, the split shouldn't get more. The tree splits. You take rags, you take shmatzes, and you tie it up. You bandage it in a sense. Again, this follows the principle: a person is not allowed to do work to improve his tree on Sheviit, but he's also not required to lose the tree on Sheviit. So he's allowed to maintain the status quo, but he's not allowed to improve it. Okay. Suggestions about the meaning of about the understanding of the Bartanura in our Mishnah that we said about the Mizaneh B'Kfanim. I'm all ears. Please share them to me at rspolter@gmail.com. I'll make that a little bit bigger. And we'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.